Hi, I'm Roamy. Today I'm going to show you how to use the Mini Monkey Twin mesh carrier to carry 2 babies. So here I've got the Mini Monkey Twin mesh carrier, and I'm going to be using this to carry babies that are around sort of 7 pound size. So obviously depending on how big your twins are, it's likely to be a couple of months old. I often find that for very, very teeny tiny twins, something like a stretchy wrap is a really nice option. This is when they're getting very slightly bigger, but you still want to keep them on your front rather than having one front and one back. How long you can use this carrier for really does depend on your baby's sizes and your size, but I've had people generally tend to use them sort of from kind of a couple of months old up to maybe sort of 10, maybe 12 months old, depending on size of babies and your space. But as long as you've got space to kind of keep them cuddled and you're all feeling comfortable, then that's generally the range of ages I tend to find it works best for. So here's the Mini Monkey Twin. So you can see on the back, you've got a cross with various different buckles on it. And on the front, you've got 2 straps. Then at the bottom, you've got a slightly lightly padded waistband. So what you're going to do is you're going to put this on a bit like a top. So your arms are going to come out to the side here and your head's going to go through the top. Just put your arms through like this. Put this over your head like that. Okay, so it should make a bit more sense once it's on. So you've got the cross on your back with all those buckles there, and then you've got a cross on your front. Now, this is basically going to be where the nape of baby's neck is. So just adjust this so that basically you want baby's heads to be on the kind of upper part of your chest. So obviously depending on how tall you are, will determine where this sits. But you basically want, this is going to be, this little clip will be at the height of baby's neck. So just give you an idea of where they're going to sit. So adjust that accordingly. Then you're going to take the waistband and you're going to clip this around. Now the higher you wear it, the smaller the spaces for baby to go in will be, because you'll end up with some of the fabric between you and baby. So if your baby's a little, I'd probably put this a little bit higher, maybe around your waist rather than down on your hips. But as they get bigger, you'll put it down lower to make the spaces bigger to fit your babies. Okay, now these 2 little pouches are on a slider on here. I don't know if you can see there. You've got a little piece that slides along the waistband. Now you can adjust how far around these go. And that's really, really helpful, because obviously it depends on how broad you are and how big your babies are as to where you want them to be positioned. Because you don't want them to be like right round under your armpits, but also you want to have enough space that they can snuggle one on either side. So you're going to want to play about with where that's sitting and just make sure it's sitting nice and comfortably. So you've got enough space for baby's legs here, but so they're not too far around. So I've got this set up for me at the minute with these. I've got one here and one there. Again, play around with it so it's nice and comfortable for you and your babies. Now, you want to have enough space in each of these to get babies in, but not so much that you've got tons and tons of tightening to do. So depending on how it's set, just reach around behind and you're going to find these 2 pieces here, and you can tighten these up a little bit. You want to make sure you have got enough space for babies though, so don't tighten them too much right now, but that's how you'll tighten those, and we can tighten them in a minute. Now, you can choose whichever baby and whichever side you want to do first. People often have a preference of one side over another or one baby over another. Again, do whatever feels right for you. And then we're going to put our first baby in. So, I'm going to pick up my first baby. Okay, and I'm going to put them in on my right hand side. So, for the first baby, you're going to just gently rest them on your shoulder. And then you're going to lower them through so they have 1 foot coming through either side of the mesh. So if I bring this up, so 1 foot's going to come through here and the other foot's going to come through here. So once you've got 1 foot poking out through either side, you can very gently lower them down into the material. Okay, so just do it nice and slowly, particularly the first few times. Okay. So all you're doing is you're going to be supporting babies in that nice tucked up position that they naturally go into. Then what you're going to do is bring any slack around from behind, like this, and clip the clip together on here. Okay, like that. So I've got this coming around behind and clip this one together. Now I'm going to tighten it up a little bit, but not too much, because we've obviously got to fit the other baby in, and if we tighten it up too much, there'll be no space for the other baby. So I'm going to tighten it up a little bit on here by pulling this one straight across, just so they're held fairly securely. You want to make sure that the fabric goes no higher than the nape of their neck, and ideally with their knees tucked up above their bottom. Okay, so you've got one baby in there. Just going to bring this over the shoulder just to hold them a bit more securely like that, and then we're going to pick up the other baby. So again, you're resting baby on your shoulder like this, and then you're going to gently lower their feet through the mesh. We're going to bring one foot out to either side, and the other arm is still holding first baby, so they're nice and snug. So got one little foot here, reach through, other little foot to here, and then gently lower them down into the little pocket. So the fabric is coming up to the nape of their neck, but no higher. Okay, there we go. Got one baby on either side. And bring us up, tuck the little arm inside for a newborn. Once they've got full head control, they can have arms over the top, but while they're little, keep their arms inside, so this comes up to the nape of their neck. And we're going to now clip this one in over here and tighten this up a little bit. Like that. Now that we've got both the babies in, we can now tighten it up evenly. So first thing we can do, if you reach around behind, you can tighten it by putting this side a little bit and this side a little bit, just to get it really nice and secure around the back. Then you can tighten this across as well to get a little bit more snug behind baby's nape of their neck. The most important thing is they've got nice clear airways, so this is no higher than the nape of their neck, but it's holding them nice and snug here so that they can't slump. You want a gentle curve to their spine with their knees ideally above their bottom. You can adjust them around like this, and you can bring the fabric wider or narrower depending on how big your baby is. So you can really adjust this around to make sure it's fitting nicely on either side. Check you've got one leg either side. And for littler babies, they'll have their knees at around hip width apart, so they're hip width. As they get bigger, their legs will start to wrap around you, but when they're little, their little knees will be tucked in at around hip width. The key things are that you can see their faces, and they've got clear airways, and they're held nice and securely against you so they can't slump. If you find you need to, you can also tighten up the waistband a little bit more now that they're in there to hold them nice and secure. And then with these straps, you can bring them out over your shoulders, which really helps to spread the weight nicely once they're in, like so. And that's how to put two babies into the mini monkey twin. Now to take them out, we just basically reverse what we've done. So I'll take out this one first, but I'm just going to loosen this off very slightly, because then I've got space to get them in next time. So just literally lifting this clip here to bring the webbing through, unclip the clip while holding onto baby, and then gently bring the fabric down. You can hook your hands underneath and bring baby out of the carrier. So then you can pop this baby down while you take out the second one. So we do exactly the same with the second one. Lift this just to loosen this slightly. Now that we've just did the back, it should all be set for next time. So next time all you're going to need to do is just tighten these bits up, so it should be a little bit quicker and easier once you've got it all set up for you. So I'm going to loosen that and unclip, and then gently bring this back down over baby. Pop your hands underneath their armpits, and you can carefully lift them out of the carrier. Now that's all ready to put them back in again. So say you've needed to take them out for changing or for a little lay down on a play mat or something like that, you can then leave this on ready to put in again. But if you do want to take it off, then to take it off, what you're going to do is unclip around here and bring that around and put your arms straight down through here and bring this off over your head like that. Now that's all then set up for you to use next time. So it's quite handy once you've got it set up, just leave it set. Try not to loosen anything or adjust anything, because it will make it much quicker next time to put it on. I hope that was helpful.